Hey everybody, welcome back to Sharon's Nail Boutique. Here's the set that I did. I'm your host Sharon. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you could be reminded every time I upload. I know, same old shit every time. But here we are. We're actually reviewing these tips that I told you guys about. Remember the long stiletto ones? So instead of keeping them stiletto, we have clipped about half of them off, and we're doing the long Coffin XXL. Or XL, I guess you could say. For me, these are extra long because most of my clients do not get them this long. So I glue all them on, I shape them, and I make sure that the whole of the nail is, and these are from Amazon, by the way. I will leave the link in the description box below. I'm using my color blend and my Glim and Glitz colors. If you want to pause right there so you can see exactly which ones they are. I'm using Aquamarine, Blew Me Away, Karen, I think I used Blushin', Central Perk, and Perry Twinkle. So I'm just going in with my OPI on all 10 nails, OPI Band-Aid, and then I'm using my No Lift Nails Acid Base Primer, 2 coats of that, one on all 10 nails and one right before I do my thin clear base, which is what I'm doing now. I'm using my number 12 Oval Kolinsky. It's my holographic handle brush. I got this from AliExpress as well. If you're interested in this brush, I will leave the link in the box below. So I'm just doing my thin clear base on all of these nails, so she has protection from the color, but also she has something to file back down to the next time we come in. So as you can see, I actually forgot to hit record as I did this hand, and I didn't realize until I actually got to this point. So I left in all this part, not all of it, but I wanted to show you at least me capping a couple of them. And then I left in all of the other hand, so I apologize about that. It definitely was not my intention at all. As you could see, I had the beginning part of the film, so I apologize. What happened was I ended up pausing it and until I got to like a certain point, and then I got so enveloped in doing the nails that I just completely forgot. So I'm just capping a couple of these so you can see how I do that and how I cap like my glitter nails, and then I'll move on to the opposite hand and we'll, you know, do the design over there. So I start off at the top near the cuticle and I wait till the bead polymizes ever so slightly, and then I will push my product out to each side and hold down as you see me do. Make sure that top is tucked, and then I start working the bead downward. And when I'm happy with that, I'll move on and just clean up the side areas a little bit. So I needed more of strength area there, so moving on to the middle finger now, capping really quick. This one is Blew Me Away with Perry Twinkle, and oh my goodness, this periwinkle color, guys, to die for. It really is so pretty, and I love how these colors ombre together. They really are good blendable colors. So I'm using my shards here, and these are in the iridescent color that shifts from like a yellow to a green to a purple and blue. So I use those up like one side of the nail, and then I go in with my 4-point stars and dot a few of those around as well. I really feel like these stars, there's something about them. And they come in multiple different sizes. It's just something about them that makes a nail set just so pretty. So now I'll cap, and don't mind how kind of messed up it is around the side wall area, because I kept asking her not to move and she kept moving. She kept turning to talk to her daughter, so I was trying to get her to stop, but she kept doing it. So I mean it is what it is. I mean, if you move when your tech is doing your acrylic, I mean, there's not a whole lot of messiness you could avoid. So now we're starting with the opposite hand. So I'm going in with Karen from the Glam and Glitz color collection, or the color, yeah, I think it's just the color collection. So I do that at the bottom, most of the bottom part, and then I'll come in with Central Perk at the cuticle area. But I just need to put a little bit more here. It's kind of up to that, like where the natural nail meets the free edge there. Finish that, And then when I'm happy with that, I think I add a little more to the bottom. Yep. And when I'm happy with the color placement and how opaque it is, I will move on to the central part. One thing that you have to get used to with Glam and Glitz colors is it is a wet system. So if you're just using it, obviously I'm using it for design and I cap it. But I still like to have it built up a little bit so the color does not look see-through. So this is Blew Me Away. And look at how pretty that is, guys. I love this color. It's like a dark baby blue to me. It is not quite like a royal blue. It's kind of like somewhere in between. So I'm pulling it down until I get to a certain point, and then I blend it. And then I add a little more on that side there. Just flip that side so it blends in better. So pretty. Oh my goodness. I really loved how these nails came out, guys. What do you guys think about how I did these? Like, this is basically my first time doing, not my first time, but doing tips like these it is. And I must say, I really like these tips. They're really durable. They're not too thin. They are thick, but they're not too thick. And cutting them down the side and shaping them and everything was actually, I was surprised because, you know, they're not full well tips, but they're like the big half well ones. And so I wasn't sure how that was gonna like play out, if it was gonna be hard, if it was gonna be easy. I'm really pleasantly surprised by these tips. I really like them a lot. So I don't have a whole lot of anything negative I could say. Honestly, I don't. The only thing I can say, and this doesn't have anything really to do with the tip, is after I had shaped and kind of blended them or whatever with the natural nail, my client was doing something and one of them popped off after I glued it and everything. But that was because of her doing something. It wasn't because of the tip, but I just figured, you know, it was weird because it just came off after it was glued and everything. But that's probably because it was thinned out at that point. So yeah, other than that, I have nothing negative I could say about these tips, honestly. So I'll leave the link in the description box below. If you have Prime, I think you do get these tips quicker if you have Prime. I'm not sure if they're Prime included. But yeah, so I'm using my Mia Secret Clear Acrylic just to encapsulate this nail. And I'm making sure that I have my apex in place and that the nail is built up properly, because with longer nails, obviously you need more acrylic. You need them to be a little thicker than like your shorter, average shaped nails. These have more length, so you need more product. I mean, it's just science. So add a little more to that free edge. I think I might go in with one more cuticle bead. I know I needed some there because there was like a slight dip. Okay, no. I move on now. So we're gonna go in on the pinky with, I believe this one is Blew Me Away and Twinkle. I think I start off with Blew Me Away at the bottom, and then I'll go in at the cuticle with Twinkle. I'm just checking her phone to make sure that we get the colors right, because she came in with a few pictures, colors that she took inspiration from. And this one set in particular she really liked, and we had all the colors, so why not? So I'm starting off there at kind of like halfway, not halfway, but like 3/4 of the way up with Blew Me Away. And this is from the Color Blend 3 collection, Glam and Glitz. I've been using, I used them all day yesterday with both of my clients, and really good stuff. I really like how easily they blend and how easily the color spreads without marbling or anything like that. These colors are they really did a good job making these. So when I'm happy with the Blew Me Away at the bottom portion, I'll come in with Twinkle. or no, we're using Central Perk at the top. I think the other finger was Periwinkle. Oh, okay. So we're using, okay. So I'm going into Central Perk for the pointer. Going in 3/4 up the way and doing most of that bottom part Central Perk. And then we'll go in with Karen at the cuticle area on this nail. Really, really pretty. Central Perk is one of those colors that it's so pretty, but it's a little difficult to use just because there's pieces in it that do kind of, there's pieces of the pigment that sometimes you could see in it, little bits that you get here and there. So that's the only thing I don't really like about it, and it is a little more difficult to use. Central Perk stays wetter longer, it seems like. So I'm just going in with my Karen now, making sure that my side areas will be cleaned up nicely. Look at how pretty those look together. It's really nice. And I'm trying to get it as thin and pushed out as possible up there so that, you know, it's not looking like a huge ass block, thick ass nail. With time, you learn these things. You know, it's not one of those things that you get so quickly overnight. I'm still not exactly where I want to be, and I'm almost 6 years into doing nails. So do not get down on yourself, seriously, because nails, especially acrylic nails, they're hard to do, man. There's times where like I feel like giving up and not even doing nails anymore. And I think a lot of that comes from just like, at times you don't feel as appreciated as you should be, and then, you know, times where you feel like the loyalty from your clients is not there because they disappear and you have to start all over again. And so I get it. Like, I've been through all of that. I've been growing my business now for over 5 years. Been growing my YouTube channel now for over 5 years. And I'm still not where I want to be. I'm still at 798 subbies. And I love all you guys for showing me love and support. I'm just stuck as to what I should do to continue growing the channel. I don't know. Guess I'll just, you know, maybe I just shouldn't even talk about it and just let God do his thing, you know? So I'm adding a little more Blew Me Away down here because there was a piece that was kind of, I don't know if I hit it with my nail or if she hit it, but I had to fix that really quick. So I do come in with Periwinkle up here. So I was right about that. I'm just placing it, getting it as thin as possible up there, and then I'll pull the rest down and blend it. So pretty. Look at that, guys. That color is life. And it's like a true periwinkle. So pretty. I really like how these nails came out. I was pretty happy with them. There's obviously, with every set that I do, there's things that I would change and fix. But I think for the most part with these, they came out really, really nice. I just have to work on like getting a little quicker and a little, I don't know, like work on my shaping a little more. If anybody has any advice for me, definitely pop them in the comments below. If you have any advice as far as like filing in the end, like something to help speed up the time a little bit, let me know in the comments below, guys. So this middle one is gonna be another ombre, and then on the ring finger, I believe, oh no, the ring finger is gonna be another ombre, and then on the middle finger is gonna be our marble with the glitter. So we're doing Periwinkle 3/4 of the way up, just like the other ones. And when I get to a certain point, I start pulling the rest down. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness, I love this color. It's like so perfect between a purple and a blue, and obviously that's probably what Periwinkle is, but they just hit it right on the nose with this color. They really did. They did a great job. Glam and Glitz, you did an amazing job with the Color Blend 3 collection, and I'm sure all the collections are just as pretty as these. I mean, like I'm saving at the moment to get more of the other ones. So I'm going in now with Central Perk, and you see how like it saturates. It just Central Perk is so, I don't know, it's just so much wetter than a lot of the other colors, it seems like. I don't know why that is, but anyways, I drained a little of the liquid out this time around, and I place it up at the cuticle. Seems to be a little bit better, easier once I drained out some of that liquid. So when I'm happy with that, I'll move on to my marble nail that we do the glitters and stuff on with the stars and stuff. So I add a little more Peri Twinkle, and then I think I move on to the next nail. Look at how pretty that is. So pretty. I really like how these nails came out. I know I keep saying that, but I was really proud of this set because, like I said before, I have never done long tips like these, like, or double tipped or anything like that. So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing these. So I start off with Karen, Peri Twinkle, and I believe I use Aquamarine too. Yeah, and I use Aquamarine with Central Perk, and then I'll come in with Peri Twinkle, Blew Me Away a little bit, and I think I come in with some Peri Twinkle and Blew Me Away. Sometimes I have to kind of pat them around just if they're like too bulky in one area. So I'm using Blew Me Away and Peri Twinkle now. Look at how pretty. So pretty. I'm just kind of wiping some of that off to get it off of the pink part. Now I'm going in with Karen and Aquamarine and Central Perk around the cuticle. Looks a little messy right now, but I promise I will clean it up. Kind of blend those down a little bit. Add a little more Peri Twinkle and Central Perk right there in the corner. And then I'll come in with our glitters and stuff. But first I add a little more Aquamarine. I actually did not use blushing in this set. I used blushing in my last set that I did. I got confused. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm coming in with my shards on like an angle, and I'm doing like 3 diagonal lines of it, and then I go in like the corner up at that cuticle. And then I come in with my 4-point stars like right in between. And these are the like ice shift ones, the, like clear to blue to gold. And I have the same iridescent shade and like a extra fine glitter too. It's really pretty. This shade of iridescent glitter just looks so pretty on like unicorn nails. I would definitely compare these to unicorny nails for sure. What do you guys think? You think they're closer to mermaid, closer to unicorn? I think unicorn, but you never know. So I'm coming in and capping this nail now, and I end up going in with a couple beads here just to even it out so it's all, you know, the same thickness, consistency. I do come in with another bead at my cuticle area, and obviously I need more because the stars are not fully capped. So we add some right here because there was like a dip right there. And then I come in with another bead at the cuticle area just to build up my apex a little more. But other than that, guys, I'm just capping now, and then you'll see me go into filing, and I left in my top coating part and the cuticle oil. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I really had so much fun doing these. The tips were amazing. I really like how strong and durable they are. They're not too thin. They're not overly thick. You can shape them pretty easily. And they look beautiful on people's nails. These tips, sometimes you get those tips that are too curved, or they're shaped too much a certain way, and it makes it hard to like shape them, or they don't always look good on all people's nails. Whereas these in particular, I feel like they would look good on anyone's nails. You know what I mean? So I'll finish capping, and yeah, then we'll go right into filing. And I love you guys all so much. Please don't forget to hit that like button, share if you want to, and don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I know I just said like, but it's kind of like one of those things that you always say together, so you're used to it. So yeah, moving on. Please don't forget to subscribe, guys. We're trying to get to 1,000. I have a huge giveaway at 1,000 subbies, just to show my love and appreciation towards all you guys, just for sticking by my side for so long and hanging in there with me and growing with me, you know. I want to show my appreciation to you guys. So let me know in the comments below some of the art ideas or nail art products that you guys use or that you like to use. Like yeah, because I want to order some things and add them in there for you guys. So let me know some of the nail art products that you guys use, and we'll go from there. And there's going to be glitters and glitter mixes and nail art and probably acrylics and brushes and cuticle nippers and pushers and just all kinds of stuff. It's going to be like the perfect kit for somebody that's a beginner, but also for someone that's not a beginner, because it's gonna have all this different stuff in it, like for art and ombreing, and just, it's gonna be amazing. And like I said, this is my appreciation for you guys for sticking by me and hanging in there, and even through all the crappy videos and not so great editing, you guys have been there with me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys all so much. Enjoy the rest of the video. I will see you in my next one. Bye now.